Howdo viewer, and welcome to part 2 of my destruction of Harold George Stirrup. Now, grab yourself a crappuccino, grab yourself a bowl of cornflakes, sit back and listen to the dulcet tones of one Mr. Harold George Stirrup, and I shall see you next Wednesday for another Wacky Wednesday video. Ta-ra for a bit.
I can only point out the patterns and the simple first-hand truths that a lot of us have been distracted from because maybe the devil's in the details.
You haven't got any first-hand truths. You are a liar.
So please take note. Number 1, globe syndrome.
There's no such thing as globe syndrome. Nothing that I can find. And you're showing a video of a guy who's pissed up to his tits, who wants more beer, who keeps falling over. Jeez. Oh my lord.
We know that spirals are used to help hypnotize people and get them to go in a trance-like state of suggestion.
No, they're not. That's an old wives' tale. And that depiction of the solar system isn't very accurate. Anybody will tell you that. Well, anybody with more than 2 brain cells to rub together will tell you that. That doesn't include flat earthers or globe skeptics.
So we've been given spirals with the globe. We're told we're spinning. We're told that we're evolving the sun, and we're told that the sun's shooting through space, lost in space.
Well, it's actually 15 degrees per hour because you don't measure rotation in mph, you measure it in RPM, which is revolutions per minute. So it's 15 degrees, really. Plus, if you look at a clock, you look at the hour hand on a clock, the Earth is rotating at half the speed of the hour hand of a clock. So, wrong on that one. What else did you say? Oh, Earth's orbital speed 66,600. Actually, it's 67,000, so you're wrong on that one. Sun's orbital speed is actually 450,000, actually, from what I've seen. And the galactic speed through space, yes, you've actually got a number right for once. Wow. Give yourself a Blue Peter badge. And no, you don't feel constant motion, you only feel acceleration. You're getting debunked by a northern numpty like me. The shame.
Without any evidence, we're told to believe in this with blind faith and ignore our common senses and all the reproducible evidence that we can experience. Now, here's the patterns. The catchphrase is flat earthers. I'm not a flat earther. I don't like this picture that you've used for the thumbnail, and I'm sick of being called a flat earther. I'm a globe skeptic. I'm not claiming a model. I'm not preaching no beliefs.
Yes, you are, because so far you've not provided a single shred of evidence. Like I keep saying, nothing. Just bullcrap memes.
I'm asking for evidence because I can see way too far for the dimensions that we're told this Earth is. So they're lying to us about the dimensions, like I said in my first video.
Oh, the mythical they that have been lying to us for over 2,000 years now. And there hasn't been one single whistleblower and not one single scientist has ever, did debunk the claims from 2,000 years ago. Who are they?
You can't prove curvature at any distance.
Oh, yes, we can.
Without optical illusions and atmospheric conditions. Yet we can see really far without any optical illusions or special conditions.
So yet again, you don't take anything into account, do you? Atmospheric conditions, temperature, water temperature. You don't take anything into account whatsoever. You just say, right, we see too far. One conclusion, Earth's flat or Earth's not a globe. How dishonest.
So yeah, the globe's a lie. I don't know what shape it is. Maybe it's a 4th or 5th dimensional shape. We're just thinking 3D shapes because they like us to stay in this little paradigm of arguing.
So you don't know what shape the Earth is, but you know it's not a globe. Everybody's lying to us. Great logic. Well done to you.
So we've been given the negative priming with all the images of the boats going off. We've been hit with repetition. Every time you turn on an iPhone, you get a globe. They spin it round to laugh at us for doing scientific investigations and experiments.
Well, you haven't done any scientific experiments or investigations. You haven't done anything like that whatsoever.
Making out we're science deniers. You're the sci-fi fanatics for preaching your beliefs and secondary information and just sticking to the 3D shapes. And why? Just to keep us distracted and divided from exploring for ourselves, from the fact that children are being indoctrinated with beliefs as if they're facts.
You mean like you handing out flyers to children in your video earlier on? You're handing out flyers preaching beliefs because you haven't got any evidence to back anything up.
And the massive misappropriation of taxes.
Not spending my tax dollars. I don't pay taxes in America because I don't live there. I live in the centre of the universe, which is otherwise known as Bolton. Plus, you say billions. Yes, NASA's budget is less than 1% of the total annual US budget. Oh dear.
All by planting agents in special places and promoting content creators that keep people from making progress, keep people in the debate over a 3D shape.
Somebody missing from there. Let me fix that.
You guys are great at that.
That's better. Before anybody starts, I don't count myself in such esteemed company like those guys. Those guys are really, really clever and they're fantastic at what they do. Me, I just comment on videos, me.
While flaunting the revelation of the method like a hypnotist, with multiple theories to keep us confused, CGI that looks so fake that it must be real.
Wow. Different cameras with different lenses taken at different times, at different distances, will take different photographs. It's really not that hard to understand.
And contradictory statements, all causing people who have invested their time to learn and even committed themselves to promote their findings and the official narrative. This makes fanatics, and it causes us to be in denial. Like a manipulated partner that suffers cognitive dissonance when catching their lover cheating, they make excuses and black out the ugly truths.
You're comparing somebody shagging about to conspiracy theories and other things. Oh dear me. You've lost a plot, you pal.
Yeah. Number 2, evolution. So you got no evidence of evolution.
Really? There's more evidence for evolution than any other scientific theory out there.
All we've seen is kinds changing within kinds. So dogs make different kinds of dogs. Cats make different kinds of cats. We've never seen a species jump to another kind, as you know from debating Kent Hovind.
And not a single evolution denier or young earth creationist has been able to define the word kind. Not a single one.
We've got repetition of evolution everywhere. We keep seeing these images of the monkeys. We hear these spin stories about Lucy and these skeletons that are later found out to be false. Lucy, maybe for Lucifer, who knows? And all these far-fetched explanations and large numbers of years that can't be justified.
Well, he's obviously never heard of radiative dating then, has he? What a goon.
This equals religion, faith, and it causes us to have the programmed reaction of pride.
No. Religion requires belief. It needs belief to flourish. Science does not. Science follows evidence. It studies evidence. It tests evidence. It tests evidence again and again and again. Religion does none of these things.
Because we feel like we've advanced from primitives while ignoring all the grand architecture and the free energy understanding that they possessed, because we're full of pride. And they use the Hegelian dialectic in all of these points. I'll name a few, because they give us the millions of years, knowing, like I say, we can't prove it, but it justifies it if you believe it. And the real reason of evolution is because our ego, just like you could call it Kundalini if you're into yoga, or go to the Garden of Eden if you're into the Bible. Our ego wants to evolve into something better than we are. So we're obsessed with evolution.
Well, we're not obsessed with evolution. We study it constantly, and it's tested constantly. Oh, this guy's triggering me so much.
And we make up crap like the Big Bang, which again has got its own catchphrase. It is the Big Bang.
Yes, the Big Bang Theory. Again, we've got evidence for that. We study the universe expanding, so it's got to have come from a singular point. All the stars and all the planets weren't crammed into a single dot. It was just a rapid expansion of energy that started spinning and orbiting and all the rest of it, that turned into stars and planets and all, molecules combined, atoms combined, all the rest of it, and then you got planets. It took billions of years, like, 13, 14 billion years ago now? Crikey. That's nearly as old as some of my pants. And a random explosion didn't create a map and a calendar. Man created a map and a calendar. And here's a little diagram, yes, diagram, of how the Big Bang, or the rapid expansion, came to be.
And all the negative priming we get, positive priming, should I say, from all the space motion pictures, all the cartoon satellites with their dodgy imagery.
Again, more pictures with words on it with no evidence to back it up whatsoever. I'm just going to pick one now, the top left, because I'm left-handed, basically. That is not a jet going through a sonic boom. That is a vapor cone. And that happens before you break the sound barrier, or just before you break the sound barrier. So a little bit of research, Harold, goes a long, long way.
The rocket launches over the Bermuda Triangles. So, you've got no evidence for Big Bang.
There is evidence for it, you just hand-wave dismiss it, and you've done that on Twitter, you do that on YouTube, and I dare say you do it on Facebook. I don't follow you on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. You just hand-wave dismiss everything that's put before you.
We just get more repetition and more scientists spinning, saying that, it's a fact and that anything else is theory. When it's called the theory of evolution, it's the theory of Big Bang. It's all crap. And you guys are preaching beliefs, acting like you're into science, and then you're ridiculing people that are actually doing science.
No, nobody's criticising people who are doing science because they are called scientists. You are not doing science. You just said there, it's all a load of crap. And you've not backed anything up. You've just said it's all a load of crap. So it's no wonder you get ridiculed, is it? You can't just say, well, it's a load of crap. Back it up with something. Counter the evidence. Do some studies for yourself. But you won't, because you're an arse, and you're a liar, and you're a hypocrite. Don't make me swear.
So yeah, for 4 years...
Howard, that's 8 minutes, pal.
No problem. I've still got some for later.
Still got some for later. Ooh. But he didn't manage to get through that because he rage quit. He flipped the bird, went F off, and buggered off because he kept interrupting. Kat's warned him like 2 or 3 times and said, like, if you're going to keep interrupting, you might as well go. And then Howard said, well, if you're going to lie, then I'm going to keep interrupting. But he's not the judge of who's lying. Creek is there. He's the moderator, so he'll do the booting and looting if he wants to. But oh no, what a dishonest little man. And that's it. Harold the Duck, all done, dusted and debunked. Thank you very much for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe. Please join me next Wednesday for more Wacky Wednesday stuff. Please join me for the rest of the week on gameplay stuff as well. So, just for now, toodle pip!